and touch the sky. In the city of angels, feels like I'm coming home. With my head up in the clouds, I am searching for something, and I'm still hoping. 'Cause I wanna be in, not out, wanna make this all count. Yes, I wanna go crazy now, gonna make this all count. Feeling like a rock star, 'cause tonight I'm getting out of line and it's alright. Feeling like feeling like just as cool as John Wayne in his movies. Feeling like I'm James Dean and I know it. Feeling like feeling like a rock star. Feeling like a rock star. Feeling like a rock star. Feeling like a rock star.
But it's not that easy. You're complicating things for me. No, it's not that easy. Maybe just a little time can heal me, but it doesn't feel the way. What are you doing to me? Why'd you break my heart? Left me in the dark, dark. Why'd you have to go? I don't wanna feel this way. Though I'm broken, I'm still hoping I could be with you. I'm still breathing, it's not easy. I'm just a fool for you. Yeah, I'm just that stupid. Maybe just a little time can make you change your mind about us. I thought that we were meant to be. Why'd you break my heart? Left me in the dark, dark. Why'd you have to go? I don't wanna feel this way. Though I'm broken, I'm still hoping I could be with you. I'm still breathing, it's not easy. I'm just a fool for you. I'm just a fool for you. I'm just a fool for you. For you. For
Hey, I've got you on my mind. Yeah, you're all that I think about. You know you got me going wild. And what I want is you. Could you come a little closer? I want you by my side. And I'll try the best I can to make you feel this way. Don't let me down, down, down. It could be you and I want you now, 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 now. Come let me hold you now. I wanna lay in your arms. Come let me love you now. Yeah, you're the one that I want. I wanna stay here. I wanna stay here with you. I wanna stay here with you. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. I wanna stay here with you. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. I wanna stay here with you. Tell me what you wanna do. Yeah, 'cause I'd do anything. I just wanna be with you. How can you make me feel this way? Don't let me down, down, down. It could be you and I want you now, 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 now. Come let me hold you now. I wanna lay in your arms. Come let me love you now. Yeah, you're the one that I want. I wanna stay here. I wanna stay here with you. I wanna stay here with you. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. I wanna stay here with you. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. I wanna stay here with you. I just wanna hear you say that you want me to. I told you I can't get you off my mind. Come let me hold you now. I wanna lay in your arms. Come let me love you now. Yeah, you're the one that I want. I wanna stay here. I wanna stay here with you. I wanna stay here with you. La 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 la.
What's up, y'all? Sean here. Welcome to Tuesday Night Studio Sessions. My name is Sean. I'll be your host. Hope you're having a good night. I thought it'd be fun to start out the live stream frozen and to see if any of y'all thought that I was frozen. But then I realized that my background was moving and I was frozen. And so anyway, welcome to Tuesday night. I've had a pretty good week. The title of this live stream is I Got New Goggles. So my plan, so I told you guys last week that my goggles were acting up, and they were just blinking in one eye and I couldn't see very well. So I went to, I sent them off to DJI, and some people said that it would take like a couple months to get their goggles back, but, the good news is in my situation is that I sent back DJI FPV version 2 goggles and not the new goggles that they just came out with. So my goggles have been in production for almost a year now. Probably over a year. It probably came out in October. So I was able to, it still took me an hour and a half to upgrade the stupid new goggles that so I didn't finish the story. So even though it said that it was going to take forever, or at least people that have been in the same situation as me said it would take forever, I want to show you guys the email that I got today at I don't know when I got it. I got the email yesterday and didn't notice it. 20 hours ago. Dear customer, this message is from DJI support. After testing your product, DJI has determined to provide you with free repair service. The repair is expected to be finished within 3 to 6 business days, after which the product will be sent back to you. Thank you for choosing DJI. There's my case number. There's my address. Didn't want to show that. So anyway, so then here's the pricing chart. So, core board module is $121. So they're replacing the core board module, and then the repair service fee is $65. And so since they're covering it under warranty, the total amount is $186. The discount is $186. So it will be a free return to me. So that's pretty awesome that they're going to do the repair for free. But if that ever happens to any of you guys and your goggles are out of warranty, there's a good chance it's going to cost you $186 to get your goggles fixed. But still, $186 is cheaper than a new set of goggles. So anyway, I wanted to show you all that. And then there was a question in the chat that Stephen Drones had. He said, why does this videos take so long to edit? And I don't know if this is your problem, Steve, but I upload a lot of different types of videos to YouTube. Some of them are 360 degrees, some of them are 3D, and some of them came out of drones, some of them came out of action cameras and all that kind of stuff. And I've noticed over my time at YouTube that different formats so when you upload a video to YouTube, it's transcoded to what they need it to be. And so they take, like, let's say you upload a 4K video, they need to take that video and make a like a 360 version, then a 480 version, then a 720 version, then a 1080 version, and then a 2.5K version, and then a 4K. And so they make all these different versions of that video. So you will, so they'll be able to search if the 4K video, if you don't have enough bit rate, or sorry, not bit rate, if you don't have enough, a good enough connection to watch a 4K video on, like, stream a 4K video, sometimes it will start at 1080, and then once you have connection or once it's buffered for a little while, then it will load the 4K version wherever the video's playing. So that's why sometimes the video looks a little crappy at the beginning, and then all of a sudden it gets better. So that's what they do there. But some editing software exports in AVI, some export in MOV, some export in MP4. There's a lot of different formats of videos. So if you're using an app, like on your phone, like the app, the YouTube app in the phone knows exactly what type of video you need to upload. So it transcodes it on the fly, or it uploads a video that can be transcoded on in the cloud. But if you're going straight from your PC up, so Steve's only working on his PC. So the recommended upload encoding for YouTube from Google support. So this is the owner of the company. They prefer an MP4 file. So if you're exporting your file from Vegas, Steve, and you have the option to export it as an MP4, that will save you a lot of time on the transcoding once it gets to YouTube. Because I've noticed some 4K video that I upload, I've even uploaded either 6K or 8K from, I believe I've uploaded an 8K video before, but I've noticed some videos are almost immediate. Like you can watch the 720 version within a minute or two. And then other ones, yep, I need to replace the battery again. So the so anyway, sorry, Brent got me. Audio codec is usually AAC. You might not have the options in there, like probably under advanced settings when you export, but it might automatically do a lot of these things in H.264. A lot of cameras have updated to H.265 recently, but YouTube still, YouTube updates their documentation pretty well. So anyway, and then it prefers 16:9. But yeah. So that was that question. So how's everybody doing tonight? Recovery One drones in the house. I've hit a trigger on Recovery One. Change that battery. I'm not very professional tonight because I did not change the battery. It just recently happened. And Recovery One, you probably won't like the next video that I put out because in my commentary in the video, that pops up a couple times, maybe only 3 times. But Steve says it'll be 4K in 2 hours. So just to let you know, the video that I'm going to show you guys a video tonight on the stream, and it's going to be kind of a first look. I want to start doing this. Like I want to put like a first look video on my live stream and then upload it for the masses later. It'll definitely look better on YouTube than it does on a live stream because the live stream is kind of just streaming it at 1080. But I want to start, getting ideas from you guys because you guys are the viewers that I care about. I care about all my viewers, but the ones that actually view me a lot take priority. So I want to get your guys' opinions, and I see a lot of videos you guys make, and I trust y'all's opinion. So anyway, so DJI is sending me my goggles back. And I got a UPS notification in my email, but it didn't say who I got it from. So I have a feeling that my either repaired goggles or new goggles will be here on Thursday. So I've got to decide what I want to do with these. because what I decided to do, since I'm an Amazon affiliate, I just went on Amazon and I bought a pair of goggles. They were here in a day, and I was back to flying. And so when my other goggles get back, I've got 30 days to return these if I want to. So I think either I'm going to keep one paired with my FPV system and one paired with my Avata, or I'm going to have a ride along. But what I don't want to do with those goggles that they're going to send back to me is update the firmware. So hopefully they've either updated the firmware on the pair that I sent them, or well, actually the firmware was already updated. They were just messed up. So if the firmware is still there and I can fly my Avata with it, then I might keep them for a ride along, or I might send these goggles back and get something else. I did see news this week that the DJI RC that I believe Nacho has supports the Air 2S, but when I went to DJI's website, the DJI RC Pro already have compatibility with the Air 2S. So I don't know if they've always been compatible with the Air 2S. I just didn't know about it, and now the RC is rumored to be compatible as well, or if that's already fixed. So one vision, like I think the ride along is cool, but what's new with the Avata is that you can ride along on your phone. So I thought about setting up I don't know how exciting, I don't know how much more exciting it is for people to wear goggles than it is, because I've got some people in my family that they get motion sick. But if I put it on my iPad and my large 12-inch iPad, that ride along might be a better experience for them, because they can just sit back and watch live while I'm flying through things, and they can talk to me while I'm flying. Because I thought about, at my church is in a Boys and Girls Club, and so there's a stage in the gymnasium. So there's a stage and there's a gymnasium on each side. So I could fly into the gymnasium, fly around the gymnasium, then fly through the stage into another gymnasium, then fly through a door. Like, I'm really excited to do that. And I think it'd be fun to have somebody ride along with me on the goggles. So I want to address everybody in the chat. So I'm going to go back up to the beginning, back where it all started. Eat More Possum asked if I did the fly over water test. I did not do a fly over water test yet. I'm still scared to death to fly over water. Just because it has a tendency, it's very floaty. And I think what I would want to do I wouldn't get close enough to the water for it to matter, in my opinion. It might be cool to like fly over docks and stuff, but I can recover from a crash on the ground a lot better than I can recover from a crash submerged in water. So that's what I'm worried about. The video I'm going to show you today actually got my Avata all dusty. So anyway, Eat More Possums in the house. JC Flying's in the house. He flew his over water under a low bridge and as low as 1 inch off the ground in sport mode. Oh, wait, no, that's 1 foot. 1 foot. Yeah, I've been flying about 1 to 2 feet all the time now. And I love it. And you feel like you're going so much more faster than you are. That was a weird sentence. You feel like you're flying faster than you really are. There. Eat More Possum is afraid of bass, jumping up and grabbing the drone. I did see a video of a crocodile jumping up in the air and eating a drone, or trying to eat a drone. I can't remember exactly what the outcome was, but that drone looked like it was maybe 4 feet up in the air, and the crocodile jumped up and tried to bite it. Also want to let everybody know that there is a link in the chat to be a guest on the show tonight. So if anybody wants to participate in tonight's show, wants to hang out in screen to screen, we can do that. I'd appreciate you respect my channel and respect my wishes of keeping it clean. But yeah, people are welcome. I have full control, so I can kick you if you are inappropriate. Stephen Drones is in the house. One Vision Aerial's in the house. Let's see who else we got in here. JC Flying. I think I already said your name. Okay, so JC and Steve were talking about uploading to YouTube, so I've already addressed that. Eat More Possum said I was a faux frozen. JC Flying said Google support gives crap when it comes to YouTube. All they have is older as hill videos. All right. Sunrise wants me to change my my battery. I'm working on it, Chris. So what I like to do is change all the batteries at once. So I'll go on Amazon and buy like a package of 9-volt batteries. And so apparently my room, probably because I notice it because I'm in here more, is the first one that went last year. So I changed it out. And I'm just curious as to when that was. So I am offering a free hat to the first person. Don't do it tonight, or maybe you're going to do it tonight. But I will give a free hat to the first person to tell me what live stream that happened in. All right? And I'm just going to say that once. You can contact me on my channel or on the club. Speaking of the club, if anybody has not joined the club, there's a link down there or on the screen that says club.shawnidestudios.com. If you go there and join the club, you can join in all of our off video shenanigans. And I've got a couple things to talk about with the club tonight. Eat More Possum wrote us a poem. And so I'm going to try my best to read that poem in all of its awesomeness, unless Eat More Possum wants to come on the show and read it himself. But it's pretty funny. Let's see. Recovery One Drones in the house. Bob Casey's in the house. We're going to show a video from Bob tonight. He's flying the Air 2S over a school. That looks pretty awesome. Let's see. I'm pretty sure I got everybody in here. Sunrise is in the house. You grabbed a bucket already for what? The air sickness challenge. Awesome. Night Train's in the house. I haven't seen you in a while, man. Welcome to the chat. Hope you're having a good night. So yeah, Bob. Yeah. So you said that already, and I probably answered that question. But yeah, I've already plugged up my phone to it, and it looks pretty awesome. So I sent Chris a shirt. He has worn my shirts in a couple videos and mentioned it in the club. So because he's been supporting me in that way, I sent him a Whoop Whoop shirt. So be checking out Ready Set Drones videos to see that shirt show up. So I love when channels can cross-pollinate and cross-support each other. It's very cool. Night Train wants to get me a 9-volt battery. I would take it off of the wall, but I don't know if it's going to start going crazy. They're all connected, like my whole house is connected, but I don't really know how they're totally connected, because I unplugged a battery one time and then the whole house started beeping. So I think you have like, I don't know, a minute to change the battery before like it says power failure in your whole house and all that crap. So Jim Droning's in the house. What's up? So we got a lot of people here tonight. Uh-oh. I have no idea. How to say your name. Is it Simbongal? Welcome to the chat. So Edmore Powson will not be joining us tonight. That's funny. All right, so I'm all caught up on what you guys have been saying. So the first thing I want to do is, since Bob is here and I don't know how long he's going to stay, I want to go ahead and show his video so you guys can comment on how awesome he is. And he definitely has a copyrighted song on his video, so I am not going to play the video, or play the audio to it. But I'm going to get off of here and play it. So if you're watching it on YouTube, you can hear the awesomeness of Lenny Kravitz singing I Want to Get Away. I don't really know the exact title of the song, but here's a video from Bob Casey. He's flying the DJI Air 2S, flying for the Mustangs. It's a really cool shot of the football field. I think it's a football field. I'm not sure what that big circle is. Maybe that's just part of their logo. Very cool shot. Almost looks fake. It looks so good. And then there is the Pep Club seating. Muhlenberg County Mustangs. Flying over the press box. That's usually where I'm standing during the football games with my Canon C200. Very cool. I love it how you can go like straight from the parking lot over to that football field. Like there's just a fence between it. So flying a drone would be awesome. Oh, here's a sweet shot of the baseball fields. That's a pentagon. Oh, I haven't seen one of those. Most ballparks that I see are like just have 4. That's awesome. And I love how everything that's painted on this school is blue. So they've got a blue playground, blue basketball courts, blue tennis courts. Like, I just think that's really cool. So if you watch this on YouTube, you'll have Lenny Kravitz. But on here, you just got me. And it's okay. I think they should have put blue sand in that volleyball court, though. If there was blue sand in there, I think it would be awesome. Bob said a millionaire from my county, from Bob's county, donated $8 million to the county for schools. This is a beautiful school. Like, that playground is really neat. Is this like a public park next to a school, or is, because the playground is weird that they have a playground at a high school. But this is cool. This is the class of 2023 Mustang Soccers and the Mustang football players. Very cool video, Bob. Very cool. So everybody go over to Bob Casey's channel and give him some love. Like, support, notify, all the good stuff. Bob is a longtime viewer of the channel. But yeah, I'm with Chris. Like, that shot of, I've never seen a ballpark with 5 with 5 parks in it. And I think it's weird because like they have like the bases are a square. So 4 ballparks, you've got a 90-degree angle. Or sorry. Yeah, you've got a 90-degree angle on the stand, but with the 5, I don't know, the angle of the grass around the sand is different than, I'm not saying that very well, so I'm going to stop saying that, but you get what I'm saying. So the next thing that I want to show is oh, that's weird, Chris. Yeah, that happens sometimes. I wonder if that was Melon or if that was YouTube. Or like it might be Melon trying to catch up. Maybe I shouldn't talk over videos. This next video already has audio on it. What's up, Charles? Welcome to chat. This next video is a preview of the video that I am going to show, or that I'm going to upload. I've already uploaded it, but I'm going to make it go live tonight after the live stream. But this is I decided to do a horizontal lock video and not really explain how to do a horizontal lock. Like right now, I'm just going through all my testing, and then I'll do my tutorial phase later. But the way I like to do my channel, because I'm not the guy that DJI sends the drones a month beforehand, I'm not bitter at all. But by the time I get the product, everybody's already told you specs. They've already given you close-ups of it. They've already done what DJI wants them to do. And so I like to do videos about different things. So what I wanted to do today was show you the difference of what I view in my goggles as opposed to what horizontal lock looks like. The video with horizontal lock on it makes me look so professional. Like I am an amazing pilot. Like no like small like jittery moves or anything like that. I'm going to show you guys the video, and then I want to tell you guys what my wish list is of the one thing that I think the DJI Avata is missing. And the reason I say this is because I like to use 360 video, and Insta360 I think Insta360 does this best, where you video whatever you're videoing. And then you take a video, But while you're recording that video, it's recording the video and stitching it on the fly. And then it's also saving your metadata. And it's grabbing telemetry, it's grabbing your accelerometer, like stabilization data and all that kind of stuff. And so GPS data. And so when you put it in the app, not necessarily GPS data, but it's like the gyro data. When you put it in the app, you can change the stabilization. You can have stabilization or not, or you can direction lock or not. Or what I like about that is I can export the video in several different formats, and get the best out of all worlds. Whereas the DJI Avata, on the stabilization, you have the option for no stabilization, rock steady, or horizontal lock. And this horizontal lock footage looks amazing, but I wish I could have had rock steady and horizon lock. And if I had the option to do it in post, like do it after the fact, then I could have taken one effort and made two completely different types of videos. So, all right. So this is the video, and I want to show you what's cool about this video is you can see that in the goggles, I'm not flying very well. There's times when I like almost run into the ground and I'm like bouncing the stick. So you can see my drone go like G, G, G in the goggles. And I'm hoping it comes across. And my Shawnite Studios logo might be in the way. So we'll see what happens. So here we go. What's up, y'all? Sean here. So today we've got a pretty cool video. We've got the DJI Avata, and I'm flying in Cinelite D, and I've got a loop applied to it. But we are flying closer to trees than I've ever flown before. Pretty low to the ground, about 1 to 2 feet, and I'm flying with the horizontal lock on. And I'm about to turn on the goggle view for you guys so that you guys can see what the difference is between what I see while I'm flying and what horizontal lock is doing. So this is the exact same shot up in the top right from the goggles, and you can see it's wobbling back and forth. I also picked a day that was very, very windy, so I tried to stay in these trees as much as I could, but there are times when I start drifting. I want you guys to notice that over in the top right in the goggle view that I am almost at a 45-degree angle. It's probably like a 30-degree angle because the wind is coming from the parking lot so fierce. And it doesn't look like it in the trees because the trees, I don't know, I feel like they cushion each other, but down here you can see how crazy the drone is going while I'm trying to avoid trees and stuff like that. So kicking up a bunch of dust. So eventually I get a lot of dust on the lens and the video turns soft. But again, that's another thing that comes from doing something that I've never done before. And that's flying low to the ground on a dry, dusty day. But I had a lot of fun avoiding trees and going down in this little ditch. A little bit later in the video, I go over to the playground right there. But I got too scared at the playground because once I got in the open, and this might be it. Nope, I turn around. Later on, once I get out in the open, the wind is fierce, and I'm just afraid the wind is going to slam me into the playground equipment. So, but I'm going to stop talking and let you guys enjoy the video. I also have an option that I'm going to show you a little later in slow motion because I recorded at 60 frames per second. So towards the end, I'm going to put a couple shots in slow motion so you guys can see just how cool it is. But I think the horizontal lock is a game changer, y'all. It looks like I'm flying my Air 2S through these trees. But the other thing that I'm planning on doing later, next time I fly this spot, I'm either going to turn my camera on manual so that the auto exposure is not freaking out every time I pass a tree, or I'm going to do it on a cloudy day, because I do think there are benefits to auto exposure, especially when you're going in and out of different light situations. But this situation right here is so extreme that the camera can't handle it. So bright sun, really, really dark shadows. It's right around lunchtime, so the sun is pretty much right on top. So there's a couple times when it started drifting, like right there. I didn't know how to compensate for the drifting. So there are times when I'm kind of drifting sideways, and every time I drift sideways, I decide to stop because I can't see what I'm drifting in. If I was flying line of sight, I would be able to see what I was about to go into, but since the only camera that I can see out of is in the front, I want to make sure that I'm flying forward when I'm near trees and obstacles and stuff like that. But overall, it turned out really, really good. The loot is really, really, really saturated, which is something I'm not used to, but I'm gonna go with it. I'm gonna make a couple videos with this loot and see if there's anything I want to adjust on it. I think it looks really, really good in the shadows. I think once you get out in the sky is like Smurfette blue, and I'm not totally into that, just because that's not what I see with my eyes. But in this scenario right here, where I'm flying next to trees and dirt, I think this loot looks really good. So yeah, I'm gonna throw some music on and enjoy the rest of the flight.
About to leave, already packing. Come with me, I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action, what we can be, life with no distractions. We'll get away, this is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss out. I'm done living life with the lights out. Die with my own doubts. Be free with me. Let's go, let's be free with me.
right, y'all, the rest of this video is going to be some beautiful slow motion footage captured on the DJI Avata. Please like, subscribe to my channel, click on the bell for notifications when I put out more videos from the DJI Avata, drones, action cameras, 360 cameras, and live streaming. Have a wonderful day, y'all. Peace out. Wow. Okay. So I'm going to start all that over. And this is why. And it's exactly what this is exactly what I was saying. So I've been doing live streams for about 3 years now. And I used to show up at 7 o'clock, and I would be alone for about a half hour. And you know how awkward it is to do a live stream when nobody's actually watching you. So I started doing a pre-show so I could get people into the chat. And the other reason I used to do it is I used to actually show the chat as part of my video feed. So I would use OBS and do, you can pop out the live chat on the YouTube video. You can pop it out into its own little window. And then I would display that window on my live stream so everybody in the chat could see on screen what everybody else was saying. I stopped doing that for a couple reasons. One reason was there were a lot of trollers saying inappropriate things in the chat. And so eventually, I've got a couple moderators on here, like Eat More Possum's really good at blocking people and putting Steven Drones in timeout when he's in trouble, or making, I'm just kidding. Sometimes he accidentally puts Steven Drones in timeout. But the other reason I would do that is when you're doing a live stream, there's a lot of things that can go wrong. There's your camera can go wrong. Your microphone cannot be on, that's what just happened. So I played my video, and you guys probably heard an echo because the sound from the video was going, in like a constant loop into my microphone. Chris from Sunrise Water told me that my mic was on, so I turned my mic off. And then once the video stopped, I didn't turn my mic back on. And that's partly, that's one of the struggles of being like a lonely YouTuber that doesn't have like a film crew with him. So yeah, it's all Chris's fault. But anyway, that's what happened. And the example wasn't planned. It just happened that my microphone was on mute. So that's why I used to start at 6:30 instead of 7. And I would tell everybody to be here by 7. So all the people that were kind of new or, would just happen upon my live stream. By the time 7 happened, there'd at least be people in here talking, and the chat would be full of people asking questions or talking to each other and stuff like that. So that's why I say 7 p.m. Central and I start at 6:30. And I know it's weird, but I have a countdown. I have there's some people that come here, say something, and then they leave for 9 minutes, and then they come back because they know that my countdown is going to go for 9 minutes. So little things like that. And it just happened to be why I do it the way that I do it. So I showed that video to you guys. I was really glad how it came out. It was one of those videos that I had to go fly. It was really windy. I almost didn't take off because it was so windy. And then after I got home and played the video, the footage from the Avata looked great. And it was all because of that horizon lock. And then while I was doing it, I was like, I wonder what the goggles footage looks like. Because I remember flying in the goggles that my drone was like cattywampus. And there were times that I wasn't even touching the sticks. And my drone was like, 30, 45 degree angle. And so then I thought that would be a great learning point to show you guys just how good like a real world test of what horizon lock does. And so the footage out of the goggles is only 720, I believe it, or 1440 maybe. I don't remember, but the footage on the goggles is definitely not 4K. It's a lower lower resolution. So that's why it's kind of small and up in the corner. But I just wanted to show you guys. And that last part where it's kind of crappy footage where I'm flying over the grass to the sidewalk, that was me fighting like really, really strong winds. And so when you guys go back and watch that, just notice when my drone is like sideways. Like every once in a while, my thumb is kind of pointed in the wrong direction and I start drifting sideways. It even does that with my DJI FPV drone. So I know that's a habit that I need to break. But when I let go of the sticks, when I'm not moving and my drone is like crooked, that's all wind. Especially when I go over to the playground, like I'm about to fly right through the slide and my drone is like almost sideways. And so I'm really worried at that point that I'm going to hit something. I'm not worried about hitting the slide, and the ground is like that rubber mulch. It's not mulch, but it's like a really bouncy pad. So I'm really not afraid to fall on that, but I've spent 6 years trying not to hit things. And this is me, like I'm taking more risks now than I ever have, but it's because that drone was built to make those risks and it's so much fun. So this is a new journey for me. And I think for my personality, this is the safest way for me to do it. I don't have exposed blades that could chop somebody's face off, or it's like the Cine Whoop I think is perfect FPV for me. The other drones that I have, I can get aerial footage and the aerial stuff looks really good, but the FPV flights that I love to watch on other people's channels is when they go through gaps, when they go under things. And since all my other drones return to home and they rely on GPS, I can't fly under things very well with them. The other thing that I'm worried about with the Avata, now I just flew. I was kind of scared before I flew because this entire flight was under trees. And so the whole time, that's kind of why, it's another reason why I came back early. I had about 35% battery left when I landed. And the reason I came back early is because I did not want the drone to even try to return to home. Okay. I took off right next to the trees, just in case it returned to home from somewhere else, that it would actually be successful. But if that drone tried to return to home from under the trees, it would have flown right up into the branches. So, and whenever, like I've canceled return to home a lot in the past, but the problem here is I have the goggles on my hand and I don't remember which button is to, like, it'll say on the screen, like push the pause button to stop return to home or something like that. But I mean, I don't have those buttons memorized yet. So hitting the pause button, I could take the goggles off and hit the pause button. But anyway, so that was that. And I'm glad that Bob Casey noticed my floaty butter comment. That was just like, I've never started a video in slow motion before. Like, I've done coming up like sections of the video before my logo in the past, but this one was like really slow. And so I wanted to like put little things in there, like coming up, like I promise it's coming. We're about to get into the video, like just, and so that floaty butter, when I was watching the screen and what was happening, I was like, the whole drone is just kind of floating. And I almost hit the side of the ditch and then I kind of float sideways. And so it was a perfect spot for it. So anyway, that's one of those videos where I'm just throwing stuff on the canvas as it happens and I don't have a plan. I went out to just fly the drone. And when I came back, all of those pieces came together. So, Jim said he flew the Avata blind yesterday. Did you get your eyesight back? I'm just kidding. That's scary. JC Flying says got sliced by his Fimi X8 2020 blades on an arm. And you can still see the marks. And that was in June. Yeah, the only time that I've ever sliced myself was when I was trying to hand catch. And usually, like, I'll catch the drone either underneath or on top. And the blade, like the way my hand is bent, like the blades will like get me right here. So yeah, those, I mean, even like my DJI Spark hurts. It really hurts. The drones that have fold-up blades don't hurt as much, and I think that's actually a safety feature. Nobody ever talks about that, but the blades actually give way when they hit something. But like these blades, they're super thin, so it's almost like a paper cut. I don't know how many blades are this thin on other drones, but like I've had some Emax FPV drones, but they're kind of like thick to thin, whereas these are like, it's almost like a plastic piece of paper. Oh yeah, and JC said the wind, like if you go to hand catch and the wind is blowing it, you know, most drones will auto correct really quickly, but there sometimes a big gust of wind will push your drone over and bring it back, and if it's doing that right when you're hand catching, it's not fun. The other thing is like the Avata, like you really can't hand catch it from the bottom. Like if you go, these are like saw blades, and like if you go to catch it, like there's nowhere to catch it on the bottom, so you have to hand catch it from the top. Now, it's not going to cut your arm or anything like that, but most of the drones that I've caught I usually catch them from the bottom. So that's another thing that's kind of new. So yeah. I have some filler videos that Nacho sent me, and I could show those, but Nacho's not here, so I kind of don't want to show them. Unless he snuck in and I didn't see it. But I haven't seen Nacho's name show up tonight. So I might save those videos for another night. The other video that I did was, I could show you guys that. Oh no, we're going to, yeah. So that's how I would hand catch it, but I kind of don't want to hand catch it. I kind of want to land it somewhere. I want to be like Chris and land it on a telephone pole, but I'm afraid like it won't start up again or something. And I won't have a ladder with me, especially like the video that Bob just showed us. You know, it's got those really tall baseball field stadium lights, and the ballpark that I just flew at, you know, it has really, really tall lights. The other thing that I wanted to do it with my DJI FPV drone, is I wanted to, over at Stewart's Creek High School, there is bleachers, and they, you know, they're all made out of aluminum, and they have these, the scaffolding that kind of goes up them. So I really want to fly through that. I'm kind of excited about that because now I have a drone that I could bounce off and not crash. That's funny, Chris. So I want to show. I'm sorry I'm scattered tonight. I'm trying to read y'all's comments at the same time. But I'm going to open up the club now, and I want to read. I'm going to put me on top. This is a poem by Brent Newman. And I wonder how I can make that bigger for y'all. Nope, that didn't work. All right, here we go. This is a poem written about my live stream by Brent Newman. Sing a song of 6 props. Steve's drone had to die. 24 blackbirds chopped up in the sky. When the H was downed, the birds began to tell. Amazon crashed the fabled hex, so from the sky it fell. The Ide was in the beauty shop, brushing out his locks. The possum was in the parlor, sniffing dirty socks. The Nacho was in the garden, singing a merry rap. Along came a blackbird, and on his crar did crap. Well done, Brett. Well done. So I thought that was really, really funny. Everybody that was mentioned in that poem has been a faithful follower of this live stream for several years. So that was a funny poem. I liked it a lot. There's another video in the live stream that I can show you guys. And I think that's about all I'm going to show for tonight. But this is a video last week that, 4 days ago, Steven Drones put in here. It was a nice day. He was enjoying coffee at the Norwich Marina and boat launch with his Typhoon H Plus with his old lady. So we're going to pop this up. And this is Steven Drones. It's a beautiful day. I can see the leaves are starting to change. We got some red bushes. We got some yellow trees. This would be a good opportunity to add some fall colors into Project Fall Colors. Shameless plug. There's a guy punching his boat down there, trying to get his boat off of his... Oh, he looks like he's about to fall. That's an interesting little boat dock. That looks like a steep ramp that goes right into it. So we got some trees that are red, some trees that are yellow, some trees that the leaves are gone already. Looking good. So Steve, if you fly over the water and then over to those trees, and then you put some really strong saturation on that video, those leaves will pop and it'll look really nice. I also like the red roof back there. There's a lot of character right here. I like the different levels of like the roads. Like there's a lot going on here. And that dock that kind of wraps around the edge, that blue sign over there, like that painting, is really cool. Like I love this area. And that's crazy, that little square that's kind of in the middle of water. That's pretty awesome. Oh, look at that guy down there flying his drone with his old lady. There he is. I can see the shadow of your drone. You should land your Typhoon on that light pole. There he is, the myth, the legend. Steven Drones. The second person to my chat every week. It's a nice hat you got. All right. That was it. Great video, Steve, as always. I think Steve is... I've seen more unique Typhoon H Plus videos from Steve than I have from anybody else. So he loves that drone, and if you have any questions about that drone, Steve is the man. So it's 7:47. Jim said that controller is huge. People like DJI, people used to make fun of that drone all the time, and then DJI started coming out with drones with screens on them and tablets in them, and they're like, oh, this is the best thing that's ever happened. And I'm like, I had that controller a long time ago, back when it was on a Unique. But so anyway, yeah, I think that's it for tonight. Hope you guys have a wonderful week. Thanks everybody for coming and hanging out. So Eat More Possum, the controller is actually an Android tablet. Like it has an Android system in it. So I took it into a meeting one time and accessed the internet on it, and was reading off of my smart sheet with that controller. And it was pretty cool. But it wasn't the H Plus controller, it was the H controller. But yeah, the other video that I recorded this week that I haven't shown you guys yet is I did a comparison. I recorded in Cinelike D, and I applied a color correcting lute to it. I tried a couple different lutes. I didn't like most of them, but I found a video from a guy that was selling the lute for $3.99. But if you watch his video, he gives you a code to get it for free. So I'm going to make a video about that. Support his channel by sending everybody to watch his video. I'm not going to tell everybody what the code is. I'm going to send everybody to the video, so they have to go to the video to get the code, and hopefully that'll be enough to support that guy. And definitely, if you want to hang out in the store and buy other things, you can do that as well. But the Cinelike D with that lute on it, I think looks really, really good. It's more saturated than I would want, but you can always bump down the saturation. But yeah, so yeah, have a wonderful week. And I'll catch you guys on the next video. Please like, subscribe to my channel, click on the bell for notifications when I put out more live streams, videos about the DJI Avata, Insta360, 360 cameras, all the good stuff. Have a wonderful day, y'all. Peace out.